3D animated documentary-style videos are currently getting millions and millions of views on YouTube. This is Neo, a YouTube channel that's getting over 2 million views on every video they post, and according to Social Blade, they make around $30,000 per month from ad revenue alone. At first sight, their videos might seem incredibly hard to create, but what if I told you there is a new way to recreate these videos only using AI, even if you have zero 3D design experience? In this video, I'll share a step-by-step blueprint with everything you need to be able to create 3D animated documentaries that people actually want to watch. And I'll show you everything that goes into it. How to find a video idea, create 3D animated visuals, map animations, motion graphics, and finally, how to edit it all together. To make it easy for you to follow along with this blueprint, I've put together a free step-by-step document with all the prompts and tools I'll be using in this video. I also included a little golden nugget in there that will make the quality on your videos 10 times better, so you do not want to miss out on it. It's completely free, so make sure you go pick it up in the first link in the description. Now let's get into the first step of the blueprint, finding a good video idea. This is the most important step out of the entire blueprint, and if you want your video to perform well, you need to nail it. Finding a viral topic, and especially writing a good script, is really hard if you're new to the YouTube space. But to help you out with this, I've spent the last few days working on something that will make this process 10 times easier for you. I've never seen anybody else do this before, but I've actually designed a custom GPT model that I've trained specifically to be able to create viral topics and scripts in the same style as Neo. I've fed this GPT with an insane amount of data from the most successful channels in this niche. It has analyzed hundreds of topics, scripts, and visuals so that it's able to do all of the hard work for you so that you don't need any one-page long prompts. First, we need a topic for our video, so let's enter a prompt saying, "Give me a list of 10 topics for my next YouTube video related to the United States." Hit generate, and the GPT will give you a list of 10 topics that are all inspired by videos that have already gone viral. The reason you want topics related to the US is because that will attract viewers who are from there, which are seen as more valuable in the eyes of advertisers. You always want as many American eyeballs as possible on your videos because that will give you a higher RPM, meaning you earn more money per 1,000 views you get. I've gotten a lot of questions inside the community lately from people who got shadow banned before even getting their channel monetized, which actually happens a lot, especially to faceless channels. There's actually an easy explanation as to why this is happening. Most people post their videos onto a brand new channel, which is a huge mistake. When you upload to a fresh channel, YouTube's algorithm has zero reason to trust you. You have no history, no watch time record, no engagement metrics, and the algorithm will think you're a bot, leading to your videos tanking in views right away. So if you have an old channel that's a couple of years old you're not using, you definitely want to use that instead. However, if you don't have an old channel to use, you're gonna want to hear this. I have this friend who's a real Einstein when it comes to YouTube that has grown multiple channels to over 100,000 subscribers. Lately, he started collecting aged YouTube channels created back in 2006 to 2009 that have a watch time record, videos posted on them, and most importantly, are trusted by the YouTube algorithm. These channels have been around for over a decade, and that alone gives them a massive edge with the algorithm, making it easier to get your videos pushed out in the beginning. I actually got this channel you're watching right now from there, and as you can see, it has worked pretty well for me. So, if you want to get some extra momentum and avoid shadow bans, right now I give everyone who is joining my community one of these aged YouTube channels. In there, you'll also get access to this custom GPT model I'm using, a huge editing pack that will help you make your videos 10 times better, and I will personally help you start your own channel and implement all the strategies I use to help this channel grow to over 300,000 subscribers. Since I'll help each member personally, there are only 10 spots available, so if you want to secure one for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. Anyway, now you want to choose one of the topics to create a video about. For example, I'll go with idea number 1, how the United States found Osama bin Laden. I just finished the new Netflix documentary about bin Laden, and I'm a huge politics fan myself. That's the advantage of being a part of your audience. If you're passionate about your niche, you already know what topics that are going to do well. Also, I already know this is a good topic because Neo has already created a similar video that currently has over 14 million views. Now we have our topic ready, let's generate a script by entering a prompt saying, "Go ahead and generate idea number 1. The GPT will then write a script with the exact same language and wording as Neo is using without us even having to instruct it to do so. It will also generate in-depth scene descriptions for each scene. Finally, enter a prompt saying, "Go ahead and create in-depth image prompts for each scene," which will make the GPT turn each scene description into an image prompt we can use later on to create the visuals. But first, let's get into my favorite part of the blueprint, creating the motion graphics. If you've seen these videos before, you know that they're all using a lot of motion graphics like article and map animations. Most people think you need to be a wizard in After Effects to be able to create these motion graphics, which was true up until a few months ago when a new tool was released that can create animations like this completely with AI. You've probably seen these map animation videos all over TikTok that are getting millions and millions of views. Most of these videos are actually created with this tool. It's called Hera, and they have hundreds of customizable motion graphic templates. Let me show you how it works. Start off by heading over to Hera and sign up for an account. Once you're on the homepage, you'll see all of these different templates you can use. Now, the first thing you need to do is find out what motion graphics you need. So I read through the entire script and found 4 different parts that need motion graphics added to it. The first one is a map animation of the United States for the beginning of the video. After looking through a few templates, I'll use this one called Global Zoom In. To create the animation, all you gotta do is enter a prompt describing what you want to happen. In this case, I'll write a prompt saying, "Zoom in on the United States of America without highlighting anything." Hera then automatically created this animation only using that prompt, so as you can see, it's really easy to use. Then just click on this export button in the top right corner to download it. In another part of the script, it's mentioned that bin Laden was found in Pakistan, so I want to create an animation that zooms into Pakistan and makes a highlight around its borders. So I looked through the templates again and found this one called Map Animation that can zoom in on specific countries and make highlights around it. So I repeated the same process, but this time entered a prompt saying, "Zoom in on the country of Pakistan and highlight the outline of it in a neon blue color." And as you can see, it created an animation with a smooth zoom in on Pakistan and accurately highlighted its borders. Only these 2 animations would have taken multiple hours for a professional animator to create in After Effects, and Hera did all the hard work for us in only a few minutes. For the last motion graphic, I want to create an article animation that is often used by these huge animation channels. If you look at the homepage, you'll see a template called Article Animation, which is perfect for this type of motion graphics. This template works the same way as the map animations. All you gotta do is enter a prompt describing what you want it to do. For this one, I want to create an article with bin Laden's name with a picture of him. So I entered the prompt, change the date to September 11th, 2001. Change the headline to Osama bin Laden. Change the body text to the mind behind the September 11th attack. Change the image to one of Osama bin Laden. After letting it generate for a while, I ended up with this animation that literally looks like it's been created by a professional motion graphic designer. Now that we have our motion graphics ready, let's move on to the next step of the blueprint, creating 3D visuals. To generate the visuals, you first need an image generator. Personally, I like to use the ChatGPT 4o model, but you can use whatever one that works for you. To create visuals in the same 3D animated style as Neo, you need to use a specific prompt. So, I've spent some time experimenting around with different prompts, and I actually managed to find the one that gave me the 3D style I was looking for. I've left it in the step-by-step document if you want to use it for yourself. Let me show you how it works. Start off by pasting the prompt into ChatGPT. As you can see, there's a bracket in the beginning that says, "Insert image prompt here," which is where you want to paste in the image prompts ChatGPT generated for us. Start off by copying the image prompt for scene 1 and paste it into the bracket. Hit generate and you'll get the exact same 3D style as Neo is using. Now you want to repeat the same process until you've generated all of the image prompts using this template. So I'll just do that and get back to you once I'm done. I've now generated all the images, and we can move on to the second part of the visuals, animating them into upscaled videos. I wanted to find a way to create these videos using the Google Gemini Veo 3 model, but the results didn't turn out well at all, and I found that Leonardo AI's Motion 2.0 model did a much better job. Head over to Leonardo and sign up for an account with your Gmail address. Personally, I'm using their Pro subscription, which gives me enough credits to create multiple of these videos per month. Once you're on the homepage, you want to click on Video to access their animation tool. Start off by clicking on the image icon in the top right corner and upload the image for scene 1. Next, go back to ChatGPT. Copy the prompt you used to generate that image and paste it into the prompt box in Leonardo. For the settings, you want to use their Motion 2.0 model since I've found that to give the most accurate results. Next, go down to Motion Control. These are camera movements you can add that makes the video feel more alive. For this one, I'll go with Dolly in, but you should switch around between them when animating the other images. Then set generation mode to quality and video dimensions to 16:9 to get the YouTube format. Finally, click on Generate. and Leonardo will turn your image into an animated video that looks just like Neo's animations. Now you want to repeat the same process and animate all of the other images we created in ChatGPT. Once they're done, all you gotta do is start downloading them one by one. Now that we have the visuals and the motion graphics ready, we can move on to the next step of the blueprint: voiceover. There are tons of text-to-speech tools you can use, but my favorite is 11 Labs, which I think has the most realistic voices. In fact, the voice you're listening to right now is made by this thing. Now all you need to do is find a voice you think fits the style of your video. Or, as I like to do, generate a custom one. I created one myself that has the same pace and tone as the one in the viral videos. If you want to take it to the next level, you can add capital letters, commas, and exclamation marks to add extra emotion. You can also try generating it a few times to get the best result. I edit all of my videos in Premiere Pro, but you can use whatever editing software that works for you. Start off by creating a new project and import the voiceover. Drag it to the timeline and start cutting out all the pauses to get a faster pace. Listen to see that it sounds natural and repeat the same process on the entire voiceover. Next, import all of the 3D animations and motion graphics. Start placing out the 3D visuals throughout the video in chronological order like this. Then take the motion graphics and add them to the matching part of the voiceover. As you can see, there's still parts that is yet not covered with visuals, so we need to add extra footage on top. If you've seen videos like this before, you know they're not only using animations, also real-life footage like news reports, camera clips, or whatever visual that fits the video. When looking for visuals like this, the easiest way to find them is through social media platforms like YouTube and TikTok. In the intro, the 9/11 attacks is mentioned, so I started looking around on YouTube and managed to find clips of both the attack and live news reports from that day. Later on in the video, when the president is mentioned, I wanted to find the clip of George W. Bush, who was the sitting president at the time when he declared war on Afghanistan after the September 11th attacks. Once you've collected all the visuals you need, import them to the project and start placing them out throughout the video until you've covered the entire voiceover with footage. To make it more engaging to look at, I use keyframes to add zoom-ins and zoom-outs on some of the clips. Since we're showing old footage, I wanted to add a vintage vibe to it, so I placed out a few glitch transitions. To keep the viewer's attention, it's a good idea to add text boxes when someone is saying something or a location is mentioned. For example, in the beginning of the video when Manhattan is shown, I added a text box saying September 11th, 2001 to make it clear for the viewer the time period I'm referring to. Or in this clip, someone said, "That sounded like a plane crash," so I added a caption track to emphasize that line. Now everything is done for the visuals, but we still need to add some sound design. If you remember in the beginning of the video when I told you about the golden nugget I was going to share, here it is. Since I started creating YouTube videos 5 years ago, I've collected all the assets I'm using for my videos in a Google Drive folder that I recently made public for anyone to use. In there, you'll find every asset you could think of, 100 plus sound effects, songs, memes, viral clips, and a lot of other stuff. So if you're creating videos, both long form and short form, this pack is going to help you make your videos 10 times better. So if you want to access this asset pack yourself, you'll find it inside my free community. After searching through the folder, I found a song and a few different sound effects. Start off by adding the song and adjust the volume so that it's not too loud. Next, start placing out the sound effects where you think it fits and adjust the volume of these too. Before I show you the result though, if you thought I did a decent job with this video and you found some value in it, I actually have a free community where I share all the stuff I can't fit into these videos. In there, I show you how to leverage AI strategies like this and share secret AI tools, assets, tutorials, and a bunch of other stuff. If you look at Google Trends, AI is at an all-time high in popularity, so investing some time into learning more about it can be life-changing knowledge. We're almost 1,000 members, and I want to reward those who join early. I'm not going to say what, but as soon as we reach 1,000 members, there'll be a few changes, so make sure you join right now. Anyway, let's take a look at the final video.
On a Tuesday morning in September, the sky over New York City was clear, almost too clear. No one knew that in a few minutes, an event that would come to change America forever was about to take place.
It sounded like a plane crash.
Some very, very sketchy details. We believe that a plane
has crashed into the World Trade Center.
Planes became weapons. Glass became ash. The skyline collapsed.
That looks like a second plane.
See that we've just had another explosion.
Oh my God! Gotta move back. I was standing there.
2,977 lives, and the heart of the United States turned into smoke, gone in fire and falling steel. And in the smoke, one name rose higher than the rest: Osama bin Laden. America swore revenge, not in anger, but in calculation.
On my orders, the United States military has begun strikes against al-Qaeda terrorist training camps and military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan.
For 10 years, they hunted him. They bombed mountains. But he was never in the caves. He was in a house, in Abbottabad, Pakistan, a quiet neighborhood, children on bicycles, no phones, no internet.